Peace and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching this video. Good day. Welcome to Team Fit and Healthy You 100 Fit Days Challenge. I am the owner, resident health and fitness expert of Fit and Healthy You with Dr. Ali. Dr. Ali, I am a doctor of anatomy and neuroscience, and I'm going to be your facilitator for this journey. I'm creating this video just because there are a few of us who we haven't met in person yet, and we haven't been able to connect via Google Hangout. So I want to make sure that you all were able to get the gist of the journey, even though most of you all are doing really well. I see you posting in the group and you're doing really great things. So I wanted to make sure that I just kind of gave an overview so you know what is expected and what to expect from me as well. One of the first things is that we have a wide variety of participants. We have some very novice, beginner people who haven't worked out a lot ever maybe, or in recent times, who are just kind of really jump starting their fitness journey. And then we have those who are avid, what do they call them, gym rats, fitness junkies. So we want to make sure we are accommodating all of our participants. So always go at your pace. Take breaks in our group workouts, take breaks in your in-home workouts. You should be feeling a little something, but you shouldn't physically and realistically feeling like you're going to pass out ever in a workout, okay? So we want to go over a couple of documents. The first one is this challenge guidelines. By now this has been emailed to you. You can also find it in the group under files. And we just want to start with giving you kind of an overview of what's expected. Obviously, it's 100 fit days, so exercise is a huge component. We would prefer exercise about daily or movement daily. If you're new to exercising, then you want to get 3 to 4 moderate days of moderate exercise, pardon me. And if you are more advanced and you've already been working out 3 to 4 days, then you want to go ahead and increase that. You always want to challenge yourself. So you want to bump that up to 5 or 6 days of moderate or vigorous exercise. And then you also want to have 1 day of rest. And rest could be not necessarily not doing anything, but maybe like a brisk walk, or maybe you put on some music and you'll have a dance party, or go rock climbing. We've been rock climbing recently. Yesterday it snowed, so we played outside in the snow. So you want to make sure that you're moving, and even if you're not exercising, that you're conscious of how you're moving, how your body is moving, and that you're getting some movement in just about every day. The minimum time allowance, I highly recommend 30 minutes to really kind of get your heart rate up there and to see some lasting results, whether that's in toning and defining muscles, gaining strength, and losing weight. You want to put in at least 30 minutes of exercise. We want to make sure that you don't, oh, pardon me, before we go to that. And we also encourage 1 day of yoga, Pilates, deep stretching, core strength workout to improve our balance, our flexibility, and our mental clarity. Okay? And to that end, for exercises, if you have a gym membership or you have exercise routine, keep doing what you're doing. We're not here to interrupt your flow, but if you don't, then we have a guide for you. There's the daily exercise guide, which you can use for a month. And what it is each day of the week, a different set of exercises are provided. So today I'm recording this video on a Wednesday. Would look on Wednesday and like, okay, you do a little warm up, start at the top, and you want to go through the entire set of exercises. If you go through that set of exercises and you're finished in 5 minutes, that would be kind of remarkable. Then you want to do that again and again and again and again until you reach fatigue, or 30 minutes. If you go through this set of exercises and it takes you 15 minutes, then you still want to, or longer, you still want to go again or then start over from the top and repeat it until you get about 30 minutes. So these exercises are exercises that you should be doing until fatigue. And you can look at any day of the week just about and see that, hey, there's a routine here. If you don't already have a gym, if you don't have a routine, this is what you can go to. Also, there are bonus workouts that will be posted every Saturday on the Fit and Healthy You Facebook page. I'll give you a little nod like, hey, challengers, this is for you. This month, January, the focus will be arms. So there will be a lot of arms. We will try to make sure that they are no equipment or body weight based. And those can be just as intense as using equipment, weights or resistance bands. And then, as you see on the worksheet, I tend to reserve Sundays for my yoga days or Pilates days, but you can rearrange this however you need to or however it fits your schedule. But this is a daily exercise guide that you can use. In addition, there is the monthly challenge, which looks like this. You can also find this in the document section of the Facebook group. And for January, the focus is arms. We've already discussed that. So you will be doing tricep dips, push-ups, and mountain climbers. We're going to go over how to do some of the more challenging exercises so that you have the proper format. But you would use this sheet, and you can use this in addition to your workout. Say you already planned on doing Zumba today, but you're supposed to get your arms in, so you want to go ahead and do those exercises as well. And you want to make sure you're doing these exercises because they will be included in our group sessions. And I don't want the first time that you see these exercises to be in a group setting, and the first time that you've done them to be in a group setting. So you can do those in addition to the daily exercise guide. At a very minimum, if you had planned on working out and it's right before you go to bed and you're just like, oh, I should do something, 5 minutes, you can do these exercises. And at a bare minimum, you would have gotten some movement done. Okay, so like we said, the focus this month for January is arms, February is legs, March is core and abs. For those of you continuing through April, it's cardio. We meet as a group every other week. Your group meetings have been listed in emails before, but it's also listed on this calendar. Make sure you're picking up the right calendar, L for local and R for remote, if you're looking at it in the Facebook group page, but you should also have it emailed to you. You should have the proper one in your inboxes. Additional resources, in addition to the in-person or Google Hangouts with me, we want to keep this cost effective as possible. In local Groupon or Living Social or Amazon local deals, they allow you to kind of try out different places for not without the commitment of a gym. So you might have a boot camp or a Zumba session or trampoline jumping. I've seen lots of different things out there. So that's an inexpensive way to add some variety to your workouts, to change it up a little bit. There are also good videos on YouTube. Some of the ones that I would recommend are Fitness Blender. They have beginners to intermediate and advanced. Be Fit, Hang Tight with Mark, and your cable on-demand workouts are usually really good and done by experienced and licensed professionals. I don't recommend, I think YouTube has some really great, awesome videos, but I also think that it has some videos of people who have very good intentions but might not have the best form or the best technique. So before you would, continue on a whole series, just send me a little email. Hey, how about this person or this group of exercises, so that we're not doing anything to injure ourselves. After exercise is nutrition. Those really go hand in hand. If you're going to start doing something physically to your body, which is semi outside of your body, want to make sure what you're putting into your body is beneficial as well. So number one, we want to drink plenty of water. Make sure you're staying hydrated, pre-hydrated, hydrate during your workouts, and rehydrate after your workouts so that you are nice and fluid. Just want to make sure that you're getting plenty of water. Monthly diet enhancements. For January, we're recommending that you exclude desserts, candy, extra sugar, and coffee and things like that on cereal, and soda. Those things contain a lot, especially if they're purchased and they're not purchased from natural sources. They contain a lot of white sugar, and white sugar is very highly addictive, number one, and then it's just really counterproductive to you exercising. It's pretty much undoing all the hard work that you're putting in. If you're going to go through all that hard breathing and being sore, then you want to make sure that your whole body is in alignment with that. So we want to eliminate white sugars in the form of desserts, candies, and sodas. In February, we're going to eliminate fried foods, fried chicken, French fries, fried fish, junk foods. If you can drive through it, it's junk food. Um, Salads are okay. I've been asked about salads. Salads are okay. So, but watch your dressings. A lot of times the creamy dressings have a little bit more fat and sugar content. And we want to watch chips. Potato chips, kettle chips, for me, tortilla chips, because I don't typically eat chips, but I do eat tortilla chips, so I'm trying to wean myself off the chips a little bit. And then in March, we're going to exclude white breads, bagels, muffins, things of that nature, just kind of looking at our white flour intake in March, and eliminating that. And our white flour, that includes pastas and white rices. We want to try to find alternatives in whole grains and brown rice or protein sources like quinoa to substitute and to enhance what we're doing physically. Accountability. You will be receiving your journal to log your exercises, and you don't have to necessarily write every single thing down in your journal, but just to kind of, oh, today was a great day. I did such and such and such and such, or it was kind of a rough day, or, the last few days. So it doesn't have to necessarily be every day, but I want you to have a record of your journey, how you've been progressing really. So from day one, then you can look back at day 100 and be like, oh my goodness, I really struggled in this area. But by day 100 or so, you would have gotten a lot of progress. You'd have mastered certain things. So the journal is really for you just to kind of reflect on how your day was, your thoughts and feelings about exercise. You will have a Team Fit and Healthy You accountability partner. Those have already been identified, and I love the way that y'all are supporting each other and motivating each other, encouraging each other. That's really, really good. Check in with your partners, not to beat them up over the head. Oh, I haven't seen you work out, but hey, I know you struggle with eating breakfast. Have you been eating breakfast this week? Or haven't seen you posting, or haven't heard from you. Are you working out? What's going on? It's the winter time, so some of us have gotten sick. We'll probably get sick. So just kind of checking in on each other, making sure that nobody falls by the wayside. We want to make sure that everyone feels like they have someone who's supportive. Of course, you have me, but then someone else who's kind of checking in on you as well. And if you're local or a group of you are together, feel free to meet up or to exercise together. Like that would be a good idea. Make it what you want. On social media, you can tag your workouts, Team FNHY, and 100 Fit Days on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter. That way I can kind of scroll through sometimes and see who's doing what. You can also tag me at FNHY, DRALI, at FNHY, Dr. Ali. So that way I can see, hey, I see how you're working out, and we can kind of keep up with each other. All right, the next thing, oh, and no intermittent weigh-ins. So we're not going to be weighing ourselves every single day, and definitely not several times a day. We want to try to weigh ourselves once every 2 weeks or so. Also, if you're a remote participant, I would like for you to get your blood pressure checked within the first 10 days, so that we can see if there's any improvement. That's a huge indicator of heart health, seeing what your blood pressure is like. So we'd like you to get that checked. You can go to a local Walgreens or CVS or something like that and get that checked. So the next thing we're going to go over is we did a baseline assessment of some physical activity, and we're going to go over those exercises. If it's still within the first 10 days and you do this, you can send me your results, pardon me. So what we're going to do is we have 10 exercises, and these exercises are designed to work your entire body. We will have some cardio. We will have some arm exercises as well as leg exercises, strengthening exercises. So they're working your entire body to use as a baseline. So this is another tool that we're going to use to see how you progress through the program. So day one to 10, I was able to do 25 jumping jacks in 1 minute. Day 100, I'm able to do 45 jumping jacks in 1 minute. So we're going to do each exercise for 1 minute, and then you're going to log how many you were able to do. If you don't have this card yet, which will be in your journal, just write it down on a sheet of paper, and then you can transfer it to your card, which will be attached to the inside of your journal. All right. So normally you would warm up. For the sake of time, because the video is getting a little long, I'm going to skip that part. We're going to go right into the first exercise and modifications. So the first exercise is going to be jumping jacks. Hold on, let me get this together. All right. So you want to set your timer for 1 minute. And then you want to turn that up just a little bit. Getting the hang of these things here. Just a little more. Hold on. Okay, that's a little better. So you want to warm up. Warming up, nice jog in place. Step right, step left, grapevine. Do, do, do. Want to warm up for about 4 minutes. So for jumping jacks, the beginner's version, stepping out, both arms overhead. You're pushing up. This is not just, oh, I'm throwing my arms up there. You're pushing and pushing, pushing, pushing. And you're still doing this with some intensity. Both arms coming up, pushing. Basic jumping jack, out and in, out and in. So you want to do that for 1 minute. And then write down how many jumping jacks you were able to do in 1 minute. The next exercise is, or are burpees. One of the more challenging exercises. So the proper format for a burpee, arms come up. We're going to do the beginner's version first. Arms come up, come down. Arms come up, come down, step back, into it will be a high plank. Notice that there's a straight line from my head to my ankles. Step up, arms come up. If that is too advanced, come down, step up. Come down, step up, and reach up. You're still getting your heart rate up because you're lifting your head, your hands over your head. So you want to come down, touch the floor, step up, down, and up. So that's the very, very beginners. Come down, step back, in, step up. Okay? The more advanced version of a burpee would be a jump, down, out, in, jump, down, out, in, jump. Notice that when I come down here, still keeping proper form. You don't want to come down when you're here. Get all the way down, engage those abs, squeeze those glutes in, jump up. Okay? So you want to do that for 1 minute, and you want to record, especially if you're doing a modified version, you want to record what form it was. If it was stand and reach, record stand and reach. If you're doing step back, record step back. If you were doing the regular version, just record that as normal. Next, we want to do tricep dips. So we're going to grab a chair. Want to come to the edge of your chair and bend at your elbows. Bend at your elbows. Push down. Push up. Push down. Push up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feet can be planted. If you're more advanced, feet can be stacked. Feet can be stacked the other way. You want to make sure that that elbow is what's moving. You get a nice 90 degree, if you can go that low, 90 degrees, then push up. Okay. Our next, so you want to do that for 1 minute, record what that is. And also when you're just doing these as part of your exercise routine, you want to make sure that you just have proper form. So push-ups are next. We're going to start with the beginner's version on the wall. You want to step about a foot away from the wall. See if you can see, about a foot away from the wall. Arms are extended with your palms right about your shoulder height. Down towards the wall, push up. Down towards the wall, push up. Lean in, push up. Notice how my feet are planted on the floor. You're not coming off of your heels, and you're breathing. Another version of that is to make sure that we're on our knees, nice and comfortable. We're leaning in a straight line from our neck down to our knees. Hips are in, glutes are tight, palms are below our shoulders. Down, push up. Engaging your abs. Down, push up. Down, push up. And if you're going for the gusto, on your toes, still a straight line from your neck down to your ankles. Down, push up. Down, push up. Okay? You want to keep that alignment tight. You want to keep that core engaged. Your glutes are always tight. It helps to keep your core engaged as well. Mountain climbers are next. Get out the way. Mountain climbers. So for those who still have issues getting down, mountain climbers, a little bit of alternative is to march in place with your arms extending opposite arm, opposite leg, lifting your knee up. You want your knee to get a little height there, as high as you can take it. Abs are engaged. Okay. The more basic version of a mountain climber, high plank. Abs are engaged, glutes are tight. Bring your knee in, tap, 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 tap. Okay, and the way we count mountain climbers is 2 is 1. So it would be 1, 2, 3. More advanced, 1, 2. You're grazing your knees at the top. You're not touching your toes except for when you come back to the back of the mat. Squats is next. You want to make a cameo on the video? Mommy's making a video. Assalamu alaikum. Love you. Okay, go back upstairs, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna cough a little bit.
No, ma'am, you're gonna go upstairs, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't get my mustard.
So for our beginners, you want to grab a chair, nice straight chair, not necessarily an office chair. Sit down, stand up. Sit down, stand up. Sit down. As you stand up, squeezing your thighs, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your abs. Sit down, stand up. Okay? For my intermediates, you want to make sure that you can see your toes at all times. Your knees stay behind your toes, and you want to sit down and stand up. Down and squeeze, down and out, pardon me, up and squeeze. Bottom goes down and out, chest stays lifted, looking forward, up and squeeze. Down and out, up and squeeze. If you're much more advanced, you can go all the way down and up. All the way down and out, up and squeeze. We have another visitor making a cameo. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? All right, where's Daddy? Okay, you all need to go back upstairs, okay? Mommy's almost finished, all right? Okay. Go with Sissy. Also, you want to make sure that when you're doing your squats, you have about 2/5 width between your legs. So the distance is here. This is what it looks like from the front. Feet are facing forward, and you're here. Sumo squats. You want to have wide stance. Toes are pointed, so it's a little bit of a plie. Instead of your bottom going down and out, you want to go straight up and down, so you look like a sumo wrestler. Up and squeeze, down, up and squeeze from the side. You want to melt straight down. Tucking your glutes, up and squeeze. Okay? Bridges. Get against the wall, against the floor. Palms are flat, feet are flat. Squeeze and lift up. Keep your shoulders on the ground. Squeeze and lift up. Squeeze, lift up. More advanced. Come up higher. Hold. Release. Unless we're doing cardio, things in here are nice and slow. You want to really lengthen those muscles and release them. You don't want to choop, 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 choop. You want to go nice and slow and hold and release. Okay, lunges. For my beginners, I want you to get that chair again, and you're going to step out, one foot a little bit in front of the other, and you're just going to go down a little bit on your back leg. Moving up and down, straight up and down. Notice how I'm not tilting forward. I'll show a different angle in a minute. Right leg is forward. That's what we're calling right. And you just want to bend just a little. Come back up. When you come back up, that back glute gets squeezed, back thigh gets squeezed. Coming down just a little and up. Down and up. Slightly more advanced. You want to go ahead and step. Have a nice distance, about a foot in between your legs. You want to go down. So you want to pretend that there's a string from the top of your head to the seat of your body, and you're going down and up. That knee should not be going over your toes. You have a tendency to get into a little bit of a runner's pose for lunges, but you want to go straight down. Come up, straight down, come up, straight down, come up. So you want to record right leg, this is for the baseline for 30 seconds, left leg for 30 seconds, same side. You'll switch after 30 seconds, and you'll either be holding onto your chair. So with lunges, it's just really how deep your lunge goes. Here or here, and your knees can almost be making 190-degree angle here and 190-degree angle there for the more advanced. You come up, squeezing your glutes and your thighs. All right, winding this down. Bicycle abs, bicycle crunches. Beginners, laying on the floor, navel is pulled into your spine, lifting leg, one leg, like a bicycle, almost towards the ceiling. Okay, this gets more complex as you lower your leg. The more advanced your legs will be here. Notice how I'm pointing my toes and going slowly. I don't want this. Pull and hold, switch, switch, switch. The more advanced version is to go ahead and incorporate your arms. Fingers are about on your ears. You're not pulling on your neck, but you are lifting at your shoulders. Your hands are only behind here for support, that if you let go, you shouldn't fall. So you're using your abs to lift you up, extend, and twist. Twist. Elbows are wide. Twist. 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 We're not here. We're slow. Twist. Twist over. Twist over. Breathe. Exhale. This exercise, 2 is 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Last exercise for our baseline exercises is the plank. Yay! We're going to be doing an elbow plank. So the most beginning form of this is to do the plank with your feet against the wall. I'm going to come a little long way so you can still see me. But you push up with your feet against the wall, give yourself a little bit more support there. That way you don't slide, you still engage your abs. And the way we're going to do this one, as opposed to doing it for a full minute, I want you to set your timer and just go as long as you can, up to a minute. So if you go, well, you count at 10-second increments. So if you go 10 seconds and you have to take a break, then you've done 10 seconds. If you do 20, then you write down 20 seconds. If you've done 30, 40, 50, and so on. So up to a minute is really, really solid. Okay, proper form for a plank. Gently come down, elbow, elbow. Elbows are directly under your shoulders. Extend one leg, extend another leg, and you breathe. You should have a straight line, once again, from your neck all the way to your ankles. And you're breathing, you're pulling your abs in, you're squeezing your glutes, your thighs, your hamstrings, your shoulders, looking down, and then you come down when it just gets to be too much. So those are the 10 exercises that are in your baseline assessment. I will be trying to keep to do modifications for some of the daily exercise guides. I think that's what I can remember off the top of my head. I didn't want this video to be too long, and it's already 31 minutes. So once again, I just want to thank everyone for allowing me to help you facilitate this journey for 100 days. I'm really excited. This is my first time doing something in such a large format. Keep up the good work. You all are amazing. You're amazing for yourselves, and you're being amazing for each other. Feel free to call, email, text, inbox, contact me however you need to, and we'll see you in person or on Google Hangout soon. Peace.